What's up, everybody? It is yours truly, Jack Fry, or as a lot of you that know me in person, it's Andre, just coming on another wonderful day to do our stream. We're going to hang out, we're going to talk mental health, might play some games, we're just going to see what the night brings. Thank you for joining. Excuse my dogs, they are going crazy tonight. I don't know what their problem is, but it happens. So happy Tuesday. It's good to see everybody here. We made it. We made it through the holidays. We made it through the chaos of shopping and Black Fridays and all of that other just insanity. What's up, Bug? Thanks for jumping in. How are you tonight, Bug? But yeah, like I said, guys, we made it. We made it through everything. T-Dog, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. We love you guys. Yeah, holidays are just crazy now. They're weird. People go just bonkers over stuff. And so it's good to get out of that stress and chaos. It's good to be back with ARC 28. Last Friday was our first stream back, first stream of the year, first stream of ARC coming back. It's good to be back. It feels good. I'm excited for the future of ARC to see what happens. Have some big things kind of working behind the scenes, so hopefully we'll see some new things popping up on the screen and to talk about. Not yet, but hopefully soon. We'll just leave it at that. That's awesome, Bug. Oh, you got your OMG's Christmas sweater too? That's awesome. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Website is still being worked on and updated, but it's looking good. Shout out to Mrs. Jack Fry for all of her help with that. We're cruising. Tonight, exciting night, guys. It is ARC's first night streaming on multiple platforms. Tonight, we are currently live on Twitch, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So if you are new here, definitely jump in to the other social medias. Make sure you're hitting that follow. If you're on the go, if you don't want to watch it on Twitch, there are other ways for you to watch this and hang out with us now. Hopefully, at some point, we will actually be live on upwards of maybe 5 different platforms. We'll see what happens. We're just kind of waiting to see how this goes, but I think so far, so good. It's nice to have things starting to kind of come together here. So, T-Dog, how are you? What is new? Don't know why my dogs are going so crazy. And if you are jumping in on one of the other social medias, definitely drop a message in the chat. Let me know that you are here and where you found us, how you found us. If you're new to the stream, just to give you a quick rundown, I know we do this kind of every stream, but this is a newer program, and I want to make sure everybody is clued in on what's going on. Again, my name is Andre, or in the gaming and streaming community, I am Jack Fry, or Jack Fry 42. It is my pleasure to be here to discuss mental health struggles and the ups and the downs that people with anxiety, depression, ADHD, autism, bipolar, borderline personality, all of these different mental health issues. Suicidal tendencies, addictions. I'm here to discuss all of that with everyone. It's a hard topic. A lot of people want to censor it and not say certain words and kind of sugarcoat things and, kind of tiptoe around issues. That's not what you're going to find at this stream. There's going to be times where I cry on stream. Bug and T-Dog, you guys have been here. You've seen it yourselves. I will cuss at times. I will cry. I will say words that other streams, other channels may bleep out or avoid. I don't. And the reason I don't is because I believe for us to truly face an issue and deal with it, we have to be raw. We have to say the words. We can't be afraid of these things and these words and these terms. Um, One of them is suicide. I am a suicide survivor. Um, we can get into those stories another time or later on in the stream if you would like. Some of you have already heard them, some of the newer people may not. Um, and at any point in time, if you have any questions about my own journey with mental health, um, or my advice or input, anything like that, by all means, speak up and ask. Just know that the biggest thing is I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you. I will encourage you to find the right doctor for you and get yourself tested, get a real, true diagnosis. And then you can find the right treatment path for you, whether it be medication or therapy, counseling, whatever the case is. But I am here to discuss any and all topics. And if it's something that I'm not as familiar with and you want some more time spent on it, let me know. Join our Discord. There is a suggestions channel in that Discord. You can check it out there. And you can put in your suggestions, and I will study up and do my research and give you my best advice or my best opinion on things. But the ultimate goal of ARC 28 is to talk about mental health and the struggle that we go through, but also to celebrate the victories. You know, when you've been having a really low point and all of a sudden you have a really good day or moment, or a good week, whatever the case is, I want to celebrate those with you. You guys are going to be able to celebrate those with me, the ups and the downs. That's what this is all about. If you go to our website, www.ark-28.com, you will also notice that there is a challenge on there, the ARC 28 challenge. If you so choose to take the challenge, all it really needs you to do, or all it's challenging you to do, is an act of kindness for a stranger once a month for an entire year. It's not a lot, 12 times in a year. And that act of kindness doesn't necessarily mean money. Doesn't mean paying for somebody's groceries or their restaurant food or anything like that. It could be shoveling for them, helping somebody cross a street, carry their groceries. There are so many things. Just giving somebody an ear. Sitting down and talking to somebody that maybe seems a little lonely or down. And truly investing in that person and what they have going on. So if you want to take that challenge, by all means you can. You can also subscribe in a sense, and you can use the email ARC, all spelled out, ARK, so ARC28@gmail.com, ARK-TWENTYEIGHT@gmail.com, and you can upload pictures, videos, and a story about how you were able to help a stranger. And that's all part of that ARC challenge, and then I can take those, and if you're emailing them in, then that's kind of your, okay, hey, yep, we're going to allow me to use these on social medias and to post. If you don't want it, make sure that you include that in an email and say, hey, I just want to let you know this is what I did. I don't want my likeness, my video, my pictures, my whatever, out on the social medias. And that's completely okay. That's up to you. Just make sure that you do specify that for me, please. So that's kind of where we're at today. Hi, puppies. We have a doggo visiting. So that's kind of the gist of ARC 28. Our big focus is on mental health, of course, suicide prevention, but it's also on just being kind to each other. Those acts of kindness can change somebody's day, their week, their month, their year. It can save somebody's life. Sometimes that person that you're doing something kind for is at the very edge and they're ready to step off. And by you doing a kind deed, smiling at them, shaking their hand, giving them a hug, whatever the kind deed is, that can pull them back from the edge and keep them from stepping off. So you never know what somebody has going on. And that's why it really is better to always be kind. Terry, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in. It's good to see you here. If you didn't hear, Terry, tonight is ARC's first night streaming on 3 different platforms. We are on Twitch, we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube tonight. All live, and so far, all going good. Hopefully it stays that way. We'll see. And Terry, if you haven't checked out the website, make sure you jump in. Check out our website, www.ark-28.com. Mrs. Jack Fry's been putting in a ton of work on it to get it up and running for us, so I think it looks amazing. There's still some tweaking and some things we're going to add to it, but it's coming along little by little. So much love, everybody. Terry, how was your holiday? How was Christmas and New Year's? Good, bad, chaotic, calm, and peaceful? And what you got going on? For Mrs. Jack Fry and I, it was very calm, very quiet. My mother-in-law was out of town visiting family, so it was just my wife and I. We had a friend come over for Christmas Eve and ate way too many hors d'oeuvres. Watched some movies and hung out, played some games. And then he took off, and the rest of Christmas was quiet. New Year's was kind of the same thing. I had another friend come over and hung out. And then he left by like 10:30. Mrs. Jack Fry was home, and we just kind of crashed and relaxed. It was nice to be quiet. Christmas was good. New Year's iffy, had a stomach bug. Oh, no. There's some nasty stomach bugs and stuff going around. Guys, keep yourselves healthy. And I'm not one to talk. I have a lot of vitamins and supplements and stuff that I should be taking regularly that I don't. So, yeah. Don't do as I do. But eat healthier, drink some water, take some vitamins, wash your hands. Don't drink the sanitizer. Don't lick doorknobs. And if you guys were not here on our last stream, I just got a new tattoo done to mark my own mental health journey, but also as a reminder and just as a showing of support for other people. No, I wouldn't suggest licking doorknobs. Your own doorknobs, maybe, on the inside. Outside doorknobs, be careful. But public doorknobs, definitely stay away from. Same thing with windows. You don't want to lick windows. Just looking out for you, man. Just looking out for you. But if you've not seen the new tattoo, this is it. It is Buddhist prayer beads, also called a mala. There are 108 of them, and then the guru bead on this one is in the shape, actually goes this way, of a semicolon, purple and teal for mental health and suicide awareness. The semicolon is also for suicide awareness as well. In writing, semicolon is used to mark where a sentence could have ended but didn't. So we use it for suicide awareness as well, just to kind of mark where a life could have ended but didn't. So that's my newest tattoo. I absolutely love it. I could not be happier. Shout out to Nicole at Darkwave here in South Dakota because it's amazing and she's awesome. You want to see the tattoo again? Okay. So we'll start on the underside, and it does connect all of them all the way around. And then there is the guru bead. See if I can get it centered. It's weird on camera. So there's 108 of the little beads, plus the guru bead and the tassel. Super, super happy with it. Like I said, I just got that done last Thursday, so it's not even a week old. Still through the healing process, but it's not bad. It's actually Out of all of my tattoos, this one was probably the least or second least painful through the healing process. Anybody that says tattoos don't hurt, they're lying. They do hurt. Just varying degrees depending on the person and location and the size of the tattoo. So this one really was not bad at all. She was almost using a single needle, which if you're into tattoos, you know, like a prison tattoo is a single needle, little tiny, one single. This one was a micro 3, so there were actually 3 little tips, but just gave her a little bit more control. But yeah, she did awesome. She's the same one that did my OMG's tattoo. So, like I said, shout out to Nicole. Thank you again. And I have lots more tattoos to come. It's oddly therapeutic. Terry, I don't know. I know we've kind of tried to catch you here and there, back and forth, or catch each other, and it's been hit and miss. I don't know how much you've been filled in on the past, we'll say 6 to 8 months. As you know, I was part of the OMGs. I was their 5th guy. Had to make one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make and step back from them. It was nothing to do with them other than everything that I was going through, and I had to keep missing streams for mental health, but also for physical health, and it just got to a point where it wasn't fair to them. You know, they're a 5-man stream, and to always be down that 5th guy it just was hard for them. So I stepped back, and while all that was happening, I was also struggling really heavy self-medicating with alcohol again, to help deal with a lot of past trauma and grief from loss, among other things that we can get into a little bit later. And then just my own anxieties and depression disorders, and it was getting out of hand. You know, at one point I had thoughts of going to find all of my friends that I've lost in the last couple of years to suicide and bring them back. Obviously, that's a journey that you can't come back from. I'm glad I didn't. That's how bad the alcohol was messing with my head. So to clear all of that, I actually checked myself into a rehab center in Illinois. And I was there from May through the end of July. I didn't do the full 90 days. I didn't want to miss our anniversary, so I was there. I think it was a total of 76 days or something like that. It was hard. It was very hard. Thankfully, they allowed me to keep my phone, so I was able to call Mrs. Jack Fry every day and every night and talk with her and keep in touch with her, as well as my family. But I had to just get away from everything to reset and start fresh so that I could focus properly on my mental health and get myself back to a little bit more solid ground, better planting my feet, to continue my own journey forward, but also so that I can do these streams. So, well, hello. Welcome. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, so Terry, that's kind of the rundown of the last 6 months. That was May through, like I said, the end of July. And then it's been a real rocky road with therapy and just this up and down of mental health struggles and anxieties. You know, I'm learning. I self-medicated with alcohol and drugs in the past, but specifically alcohol for such a long time that I lost a lot of my other coping mechanisms, my skills. You know, alcohol was used to numb everything. So I didn't feel all of that anxiety and all of the depression and all the hurt and the anger, and it was fine for a while, and it worked for years. But it got to the point as I was trying to actually heal from some things, drinking all of a sudden wasn't suppressing those feelings. It actually became a very negative thing. I was going through even bigger ups and downs, and especially the downs. Um, and it just wasn't suppressing any of the feelings. A lot of that was because I was doing counseling and therapy. So I'm trying to bring things to the surface so I can process them and properly heal from them. But at the same time, I was still self medicating with alcohol, and it was just very counterproductive, very destructive. Um, so I'm happy to say that I am sober, I am clear headed, I am very driven by curiosity right now. I've been drinking and an alcoholic for such a long time, and it's been such a big influence in my mental health journey for such a long time, that I largely forgot parts of me, who I was. I lost a lot of myself through past situations, and then drinking that much made me lose more of myself. So I'm at a point right now where I'm very curious. I'm finding things out. Oh, this is why I do this, or why do I do this, or I didn't know that I did this. So it's really interesting to kind of see this progression and this growth. It's exciting. It's scary. It's kind of new territory for a lot of things. You have a lot of that. What if I don't like myself when I'm sober? What if I don't like myself without this grief and this trauma, and when I'm properly healed? What if I'm not what I expect, let alone what everybody else likes, wants, and expects? So it's been a wild journey, but it's going good. I am doing very, very good. I have been on the edge of autoimmune flares for the last, probably almost a week, but especially the last couple days. Today is a little bit better day. I think the worst of it is gone, which is good. But I'm just excited to be here, Rose. I'm excited that we're streaming on 3 different platforms tonight. It's just big steps forward for myself, for ARC 28, for you guys. Terry, you are too kind. Thank you so much. I love you, brother. We definitely got to jump on and play some games soon. I miss you, dude. But thank you. I really do appreciate that, Terry. You don't know how much that means to me, so thank you. What's your cool news? I want to hear it. Hit me with it. And if you are tuning in on YouTube or Instagram, the chat should be live and popping up for me in this. So again, please drop a message. Let me know that you're here visiting, how you found us. You started a crochet shop? That is awesome. You will have to drop a link to it in our Discord. If you have a link for it, that would be super, super cool to see. If you want, you can put it, if you're in the Discord, just put it under that self-promotion. It would be awesome to see that. Hey, good to know that those are still working. I don't know if those commands are going to work under YouTube or Instagram, so if you're watching over there, I don't know. We'll have to see. It may or may not work. Terry, what's your schedule like tomorrow evening? I think. I gotta cook dinner for my wife and I and for my mother-in-law, but other than that, I should be free all day, all night. So if you wanted to jump on tomorrow or later tonight, let me know. Awesome. I am going there right now. Those are super cute too. Wow, you did that blanket? That's phenomenal. That's awesome. Should be on a little later. Sweet. When you're jumping on, just shoot me a message. I think you have my phone number too. If not, I'll message it to you, Terry. You can always just shoot me a text and see where I'm at. Um, I think I'm going to jump into some Siege later tonight. It's been a while since I played, and I've been filling in a couple times for the OMGs, and it just feels good to play Siege again. So, what's up, Picano? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. One Mama Duck just joined on Instagram. Hello, my sister. I love you. Thank you for joining. We are just hanging out talking right now, just kind of catching up. This is our first stream on three platforms. We're on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube tonight. So super exciting. We bought Siege recently. Nice. Very cool. For PC or console? And One Mama Duck, how are you tonight? I love you. Try typing a message. I don't know if it's going to come through into over here, so you can try. We can see. Actually, let's just try this. Uh-oh, I think I broke it, guys. Definitely just broke it. Well. Oh, well. Frozen there. Yeah, we've been really cold for PC. Okay. I can play on PC. I can play. I am capable of playing on PC. I am terrible. I am way worse on PC than I am on console, and I'm really bad on console. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know what happened to Instagram. It seems to have maybe disappeared. So I don't know if I am still live over there. It looks like I am, so that's good. I can see that. So it looks like YouTube comes over to here, which is awesome. It always kills you in customs. I I just had some lucky peaks and some lucky timings. Um, yeah, so YouTube comes over here. Unfortunately, Instagram doesn't, and I'm not sure why, but that's okay. We're learning, guys. We're learning. It's all new. But I had a strategy. Yeah, not hide from you guys. uh so anyway, guys, so that's been kind of my journey with mental health in the last 6 8 months, and rehab and sobriety, and just learning who I am, what I am, why I am. um it's neat. It's exciting. It's scary, but it's exciting. It's good to be able to have some normal memories again and kind of figure this stuff out. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, Terry, 100%. I'm there with you. It really is a very love hate game. Since being into rehab, well, when I was at rehab, I actually was able to bring my Xbox. I had brought my Xbox and my Switch with me, um, but their internet there wasn't the greatest for playing online with anybody. So I played a lot of Hot Wheels racing, Descenders, which is a mountain biking game, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, tons of Mario Kart with people, and that was kind of it. Hang on one second. Sorry, guys. So Instagram, for some reason, is freezing, and those don't show up in the multi-stream chat. Um, so I'm following that chat. I was supposed to be following it on the computer, but that is now frozen. So I'm following it on my phone. So, um, so as people are messaging me on there, I gotta kind of keep bouncing back and forth. Um, but yeah, so I played a lot of those games, and then since being out, I'm just starting to kind of get back into Siege. Uh, I played the new Indiana Jones, which was phenomenal. Gaming is kind of, it's a double-edged sword when it comes to mental health, especially. You know, a lot of us use it as an escape, to get away from daily stresses. But then when you get into online gaming, that brings in its own type of stress as well. Um, and that can be helpful in some ways, but hurtful in others. So you've got to really take it with a grain of salt and be careful. Siege is definitely one of those. Call of Duty, very toxic, very stressful at times. Um, you know, up until playing with and joining the OMGs, I was basically a solo gamer. The only online gaming I did was way, way back when Quake first came out on PC. Um, and then some other little online things here and there, Gaia Online and some other things, but I was largely a solo player. Um, so it's kind of new territory even for me, but when I really want to escape from life, if I'm really stressed out, I play old games, especially old Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, classics, games that I don't really have to think a whole lot about. It's just kind of muscle memory. You play. I've been playing through Kirby, the original Kirby, and that's been super fun and exciting. So, um, but yeah, that's kind of been life for us. Mrs. Jack Fry is doing good. She has a class to teach tonight, so she is not here. The doggos are not joining us like they normally do in here. We'll switch to the doggo cam quick. And it's all empty. So, hopefully, whoops, wrong button. Hopefully, one of them will join at some point, but if not, we are just hanging out. Let's jump to our live screen and do some mountain biking. So are you guys happy that the holiday season in Chaos is over? Do you miss it already? Do you enjoy all of the lights and the chaos and the running around? Uh, it's pretty. I like the lights. I really don't enjoy the chaos. People that go shopping for Black Friday and things like, they're nuts. Um, I don't get it. I really don't. Ouch. Terry, I got to get with you on that other game you've been playing too. And check that out. It looks pretty sweet. And I need to get the other systems hooked up so I can play Sonic and Mario while we are streaming. Oh, Terry, are you in the Discord for Arc 28? Any of you that are in the Discord for Arc 28. I have a request. I have 50 or 60 little rubber ducks that I need to write. They're small, and I need to write little messages on the bottoms. You really don't have a lot of room to write on them, so it has to be short, selective messages. But I'm looking for some ideas. And then I'm going to take them and hide them around town. I did this when I was in rehab and hid, it was like 40 ducks and penguins around in just random places. And all of them had a little message like, don't give up, you are enough, you are loved, things like that. It was really, really, it was really cool. It was fun to watch people's faces when they would randomly find these ducks. But I'm looking for ideas of things that other things that I could write on them. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. So yeah, so if you come up with any ideas, drop them in the Discord. So I would definitely like to get those out and hid. Oh, that was close. Best part of this game is the soundtrack, for sure. I really wish everything wouldn't have frozen on my computer. We're going to make me just a little bigger. When you guys are struggling, whether it's from just sadness, anxiety, depression, ouch, what are some of your go-to ways to relieve that stress? Hiking? Do you go hammocking? Do you play music? Do you just listen to music? That's gonna hurt. I'm a big music person. Music really puts you in your feelings, good and bad. So I have to be careful of what I listen to when I'm feeling certain things, because it definitely can make it worse. Okay, you guys, bear with me for just a moment. We just had a package delivered. It is for Olive, our smallest dog. They are winter boots, and I have to go get them and put them on and try to show you guys on stream because it's going to be absolutely hysterical. So, bear with me for just a moment, and I'm going to run and see if I can get them quick. Nothing, constantly stressed. Make me feel invalidated. I feel that. Feeling invalidated is, it's hard. It's really hard. That actually brings up a really good point that we will talk about in just a moment. Okay. We have the little dog boots. Yeah, so Bug, being invalidated, that's a really hard feeling. And a lot of times I notice I actually invalidate myself a lot. You know, I second guess myself, second guess my ability, my knowledge, how people feel about me, how I feel about me. Creating a lot of rejection where there really isn't rejection. If that makes sense. And with a lot of these disorders, rejection sensitive dysphoria is a huge thing, especially with anxieties and ADHD. Creating a sense of rejection, I don't want to say just where there isn't, but kind of putting yourself on the outside. You know, you have to validate yourself. You have to know that you are good enough. You have to know that you are worth it. And that people do care. And it's really hard sometimes when people overlook you or they talk over you or, you know, you make plans with somebody and all of a sudden, you know, you're out there to meet them for coffee or lunch and then they call you last minute and say, hey, I'm not going to make it. T-Dog and your counselor are helping with that. Good. Yeah, it's hard. You know, there's a lot of almost paranoia that comes with that, of wondering, you know, are people talking about me? And I end up, I should say, trying to say things or do things to prove myself, to validate myself and that I am worth their time or that they are interested in me or, you know, that they are really my friend, or that they actually care. But by doing some of these things or saying some of these things, I actually make it worse. I push them away, um, instead of just accepting. If somebody says, hey, they're my friend, then they're my friend. And accepting that not everybody deserves to be your friend. Not everybody is going to be your friend forever. Um, it's hard. I actually just went through a situation where a really good friend of mine was moving away and gets busy, packing the house, trying to find a new house, moving out of state. So it was a big move. And they completely ghosted me. No texts, no phone calls. Swore up and down that it was just because they were busy, and before they left, that we would all get together and have lunch or dinner or something, and kind of say goodbye, and nothing. And then they ended up moving and getting settled in, and still nothing. Um, and that was really hard because this person was very important to me, very close to me. Um, and I mean, this person, when I say they were close to me, they were in my wedding. They were very close to me. And I still haven't heard from anything. And part of me feels that I may have caused some of that separation by I was going through some really hard ups and downs, some really bad downs, while they were going through the move and the stress. So, did I do something or say something that pushed them even further away? Was I too much for them? Um, yeah, it's just been it's a hard situation. Um, so finally, I just kind of got to a point where I decided I'm just not gonna send them another. I'm done chasing after them. Phones work both ways. Just as much as I can call and text this person, they can call and text me. And if they're not willing to put in some of that effort, then I'm chasing after something that is just going to be exhausting mentally and emotionally. And it's just not worth investing all of that into. It's not worth putting that much of myself into it. Um, but it is hard. Terry, I absolutely love NF. NF is absolutely incredible. So yes, I have. And that is one also in our Discord. I thought. Yep, I do have a music channel in there. So at any point in time, Terry, if you want to drop stuff like that into the Discord, I'm always looking for new music, but also to share just with everybody else. So, really good one. Dermot Kennedy is still my all-time favorite musician right now. Yeah, he's just awesome. He really is. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it hits hard. And everybody can I think everybody can attest to going through something like that, throughout their life. Friends come and go, and people can have a silver tongue. And when you start going through something, you really find out who cares. When you're at your lowest, who sticks around. And it doesn't mean that they have to be, on the phone with you or around you 24/7, but who's actually there when you pick up the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, I'm really struggling. or is willing to drop everything that they're doing uh, on a random last minute invitation to be in your wedding. And while you're trying to explain that, oh, I know this is last minute, so if you can't, like, that's totally cool, and they tell you to shut up, and then in the same breath they're like, okay, I just booked my plane ticket. And I say that because that is personal experience. A very good friend of mine did that for my wedding. So um, yeah, you don't want somebody that is always going to agree with you and say, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right. Yeah, for sure, Terry. I will shoot that to you in a Discord DM. Give me just a minute. Gotcha, bro. Um, yeah, you want somebody that's gonna not question you per se, but you want somebody that is going to challenge you, challenge your way of thinking. At no point in time do any of us know everything. And it's very easy, especially when we're in a situation that is stressful or brings out heightened emotions, to go into it with blinders on. And you're not seeing the full situation. Um, so getting input from somebody that is on the outside, different perspectives, can be extremely, extremely beneficial. It's kind of like, if there's a car accident and you've got three different people, each one standing on a different corner, who's right about how the accident happened? There's three perspectives, but all of the same situation. Each one of those perspectives can help form the full bigger picture. And you kind of want to keep that mentality throughout life. You don't know everything. At any point in time, my perspective, my opinion, my point of view can change. And I want it to change, but not be flip floppy and wishy washy. You don't want to just go wherever the wind blows you. You still have to have your feet planted, but you have to be open and willing to adjust and admit, hey, I didn't think about it that way. I probably should have. Um, Always take a second to step back and try to analyze the situation, analyze how you're going to respond. Are you jumping to a conclusion? Are you having that knee jerk reaction that is, you know, just in the heat of the moment? Or are you making a logical decision based on all of the facts that you could truly put together? Terry, that got real heavy. Thanks a lot. No. That's what we're here for. It's good. I like it. Deep conversations like this are good. It keeps us all thinking and growing and learning. Another thing that I've kind of been working on just for myself is trying to be very mindful of what I'm feeling when I'm feeling it. If I'm starting to feel anxious, if I'm starting to feel sad or angry, really being mindful of that and why. Why am I feeling this way? What's causing me to feel this way? And how is it affecting me physically? How is it affecting me? What does that feeling feel physically and then mentally and emotionally? And what can I do to avoid it? Is it putting me into a fight or flight mode, where I just want to run away or freeze up and lock down and hide away from everybody or get angry and aggressive? So just really trying to pay attention to that. And it's interesting when you start to really take that step back and see the bigger picture and realize, okay, well, this was making me anxious, but it really wasn't this. I was feeling anxious because a lot of times for me, it's my own insecurities. I'm the one that's causing my own anxiety. or my own hurt. It's not always somebody else hurting me. I may think that at first, but is it really? Good topics, people. Good topics. We like it. I don't know. I don't know if Ark is still live or not on Instagram. I can't really tell. Kayla says, I think it's awesome that you put in the work to become mentally stronger instead of backing out of life. It's hard to. Kayla, thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Um, I don't know if you've heard kind of the full background or history on ARC, and why I wanted to start this program. It's, yes, because my own struggles with mental health. I've battled anxiety and depression since I was a kid. Um, and unfortunately, my first suicide attempt, I was 16 and pulled the trigger on a 12 gauge shotgun. Thankfully, the gun jammed. Um, Fast forward through drugs and alcohol and lots of other hard things that we'll discuss little by little in this channel. But through all of this, my mother ended up passing away. And she is a big reason why ARC was even a thought to me. My mother was very religious, and she dedicated her life to trying to help other people. She was a missionary. She traveled to different places in the world and all over the country to try to reach people and help people. And while she and I disagreed sometimes with motivation, religious differences, belief differences, things like that, I truly believe that that kind of heart is always coming from the right place. Anytime you're trying to do something to genuinely help people and better their lives and their experience and their societies, our societies, I don't feel that that can ever really be wrong. We can be misguided in some of the underlying beliefs or the direction that we're taking things, but if you're doing it with that pure heart of just trying to help somebody, just trying to be kind and spread love and joy, I don't think that that's ever wrong. And that truly is what my mother was doing, was just trying to help people, trying to minister to them and love them. And that, I guess, was kind of instilled in me as a kid. My dad, I love him. We have our differences, we have our disagreements, but he was always one in our neighborhood where if somebody got hurt or if something happened, he was always right there. He was always one of the first people there. My stepdad, the nicest, most understanding and accepting person you'll ever meet. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, he just cares. And his mom was the same way. Tattoos, piercings, you can show up with spiked collars, and she just loved everybody. So it's because of those influences, but largely because of my mom, that ARC even became a thought in my head. And it took me from 2006, when she passed away, to now to even get it to this point, because I was struggling myself or scared at times, didn't know how to get it started, didn't know what direction to take it, didn't even know if I could do it or if it was worth it. And through Veritas and OMGs, I started realizing, hey, this could work this way. There's a lot of big plans. I have people that I want to interview on here, kind of podcast style. I have demonstrations or events that I want to do out in the public and film those and live stream those. And there's so many different facets and dimensions to ARC 28, but it's all centered around that same goal, like my mom, of just kindness and love and just trying to be there for each other. To foster understanding and build a community that we're not judging each other based on skin colors and sexual orientations and political beliefs. We're here because we struggle or because we know somebody that struggles. And we're trying to support each other and help each other. I don't have all the answers. I'm just here to put it out there and say, hey, look, I struggle too. Give you guys a raw look inside a depressed, anxious, ADHD, broken brain. Not really broken, but struggling brain, struggling heart, So I'm here for the good and the bad of it. And as much as we will talk about, suicide and anxiety and depression and self-harm and all of these things and addiction and the negative side of mental health, I do want to talk and focus on the upside and celebrate those victories as well. Whether it's my victory or your victories, I want to celebrate those because that's exciting. And we need to have focus on the negative times and share coping mechanisms and skills and help each other out of them. But we really want to put that bigger focus on, hey, you know what? Yeah, that sucked last week. It was a shitty week. It hurt. But I made it. I'm still here. And that's important. So, sorry to ramble. This is what you guys get a lot. Sorry. But Kayla, thank you again. Really do appreciate it. And like I said, anybody that's watching, if you do have any questions about my own journey, what I've been through, don't hesitate to ask. Or as I'm telling a story or rambling, definitely jump in the comments and talk to me. Ask questions. That's how we all get to know each other and build that rapport and those relationships. I'm not afraid to talk about the things that I've been through. They're painful. It hurts. It's not fun. I've unfortunately experienced a lot of grief, a lot of loss and trauma. I've seen and done a lot of things that were very bad. Wasn't always a good person, and we'll get into some of those stories later on and in other streams, and you'll probably hear them over and over as new people come in. So I kind of apologize for it, but at the same time I don't. But it's it's real. It's hard. Life is hard. If it was easy, but it's good. And I'm glad that I'm here to be able to share those things. And Kayla, kind of to your point there, is that's why I want to put my story out there. There's a lot of people, especially right now, mental health, everybody, oh yeah, I support mental health. And it really has become a fad to say that you support mental health, or that they struggle with mental health issues. And it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to live it and to do it. And ARC 28 really is more of a way of life to me. It's not just a saying. Struggling with mental health and what I go through is not just a saying, it's life to me. And I want to share that as raw as possible. I don't want to do edited videos and make things look really pretty or really bad. I just want it to be real. My story is no better or worse than anybody else's. I'm just grateful that I'm here to still share it. And I hope that it helps in some way, shape, or form for somebody. Lots of rambling, guys. Sorry. I'm not sorry. What am I talking about? When you were 11 months old? Wow. That's really hard. Very, very hard. But you are still here, and we appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're part of this community. You've been here for a long time. You've been patient while I wasn't streaming and wasn't around. So I'm glad that you are still here with us. And if you are just jumping into any of the live streams, again, we are live currently on Twitch, Instagram, I think still Instagram, looks like it, and YouTube. Please drop a message. Let us know that you are here. Thank you for joining us. It's almost been a year and 9 months. Yeah, it's been a while. And that's kind of, to circle back to, all the rambling and the stories, and it just kind of shows the progression of this. ARC has been a living, breathing entity in a lot of ways that just didn't have the nurturing that it needed to grow. And I wasn't capable at different points to do it. But I really feel that I'm at a point now where I can, through the good and the bad. And I want you guys to all be a part of it and to see it and to share in that. I want to share in your journeys. I really do want to build that community that we can be there to support each other. That's what the Discord is for, and all of these social medias is so that we can all keep in touch and communicate the good and the bad. And that's why I have the suggestions tab as well on the Discord, so that we can add and change and grow as it's needed. And I really need to figure out this Instagram stuff, guys. And if you are wondering, I did get the dog boots. Sorry, totally random. I did get the dog boots, but I think they're too big for my dog. I have to figure out how these work. So I may not put them on right this minute. I may work on this after the stream and then take videos or post pictures so that you guys can see. I do remember that. And it took you a while to kind of open up and talk about that a little bit too. But I'm glad that you found us. I don't know how you found us. At that point especially, I don't think I had maybe 20 followers, 30 followers at the most. Yeah, it's been a while. And Bug and T-Dog, they've been here since the very beginning. Terry's been here since my OMG days. And I do miss that. Streaming with the OMGs was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I love being able to fill in and help them out occasionally. It's a lot of fun to just kind of be there as needed. I don't know how I landed that one. What I was looking for, therapist's office. Yeah, like I said, Michaela, I don't know how you really even found this stream out of all the other ones out there, but I am extremely glad you did and grateful that you have been a part of this journey and that you're still here to watch it grow and see what it becomes. And hopefully it becomes something self-sustaining. Something where maybe I don't have to always be the one on camera. Maybe we get other people that are part of it and do the streaming for us or for me at times, you know? There's a lot of things that can happen, and it's just going to take time to develop it and see where things go. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I do not like how that went. Don't like landing backwards. I seem like a nice dude, so you clicked on the stream. Hey, I'll take it. Like I said, I am glad you're here, though. Glad all of you are here. It means a lot to have you guys be part of this journey. You know, as much as I'm putting my story out there to try to help other people and all of that, you know, this is just as much for my own well-being and sanity and my own personal growth as well. You know, I don't do this just for you guys. This is very healing and helpful for me too. So I get just as much out of this as you guys do. Whoa, hey, Belle. You were right, I am a nice dude. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So what else is going on, chat? If you are just joining in, we are talking mental health journeys. We are playing Descenders. And I'm trying not to crash. Logan says hi. Logan, what's up? I don't know if you are in here, Logan, or if you are just playing games with Bug and maybe T-Dog, but hello. How are you? I hope you are doing well and had a good Christmas. Uh-oh. Can't text and chat? Gotcha. No worries, Logan. Hello, hello. It's good to have you in here. I died again. Oh no, I missed again. Logan, if you are still here, um, try jumping into the YouTube because I am live on YouTube, and that chat pops up here for me as well. Try that. It is .com/at. Huh, I gotta remember now. Um, do. Father Oof. You know, that's a hard one. What is the right age to tell somebody something like that? That's a really hard one. That's a really really hard one. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, you don't want to wait too long till somebody gets too old, so to speak. Um, Man, but at the same time, too young, they don't fully understand what all of that means or how to process those feelings and emotions. Um, yeah, that one's tough. Ugh, not 6 years old, that's for sure. Yeah, Michaela, that's rough. I'm sorry. That's really hard. Did I miss it again? Oh no. That was rough. Yeah, that's a tough one. But at the same time, you know, people lose parents when they are that, or lose family members when they are that age. And how do you discuss it? I don't really have a lot to say on that, just because I'm not a parent yet, so I don't really know how I would handle that if I had kids. Doesn't show the chat for him. Ah, that's a bummer. I don't know why. Logan, my guy, I am so sorry. I was hoping that would work for you. Why is there a hay bale in the middle of course? Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's really hard. Hmm. I'm looking at the YouTube for a second, Logan. Give me just a minute here. Wonder if it's just because it's age restricted or what the issue is. Michaela, you saw the chat when you went to the YouTube, correct? All right, Arc Nation, let's join together and help Logan. We got to get him in the chat somehow. You did. Okay. So we need to figure out why he is not able to view the chat. And I don't know. Yeah, it's really it's strange. Logan, just bear with us. Hopefully we can get this figured out. If not tonight, one of the next streams. Because I would love to have you in the chat hanging out with us. Oh no. Um, yeah. See. Okay. Now that's the part I definitely don't agree with. As much as okay, I'm not a parent, so I'm not sure how I would handle that. I definitely would not be sharing those kind of details with somebody that age. That's rough. That's really harsh. Not going to make it within 50 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that's man, that's really young. Trying to see why Instagram isn't. None of this is working the way it should. Don't think that link works. Okay, let's try this. Somebody try that link. Let's see if that works. Maybe. If not, I do have another option. Nope, it's the same link. Okay. It does work. Okay. Uh, Logan, try that. If you're still here, Logan, try that new link and see if that works. Maybe, just maybe, we can get you in here with us. Oh, I did, didn't I? Yep, you're right. Thank you. I'm just going to blame that on the fact that I'm old. Ooh, I actually made that. His YouTube account isn't verified? I don't know if it needs to be. Let me try this. I'm going to open up a different internet browser. Twitch wasn't letting you comment either? Weird. Okay. Sign into chat for YouTube. Okay. I don't know, guys. New territory. The weird thing is, I'm live on Instagram too, but it won't show on the computer. But it will show on my phone. I don't know, guys. I'm going to try something really quick. I don't know if this is going to work. But Logan, we're going to try something. Or maybe not. Oh, guys, technology. It's full of gremlins. Try it this way. See, and that's really weird because on my phone, it is still live. Okay. What's up, T-Dog? I don't know what's happening. T-Dog, I'm glad you're here, man. It's good to see you. We are fighting technologies. It is so weird that it's live on Instagram. On my phone is showing that it's live, and I'm logged into my personal account on there, not the ARC28 account. Guys, we're going to figure this out. One way or another. Weird. Okay. I think what we're going to do is take a short break. Don't go anywhere. But no, it's nothing to do with the community guidelines. Instagram froze on my end on the PC, and that killed the live stream over there. The only way to get that going again is going to be to kill the stream and start it over. Which we're not going to do. I just did. And Ark is not live on Instagram anymore. So, that's going to be something we're going to have to overcome. Which is okay. As long as we are live someplace where people can talk, that's good. And right now it's still live on YouTube, so we've got YouTube and Twitch going, which is okay. Let's take a shortcut. What do you think? Was this a bad idea? Nope. That actually worked out really good. Where's my old man glasses? Dude, you have no idea. I actually have... Oh, they're out in the kitchen. I actually have some glasses that just clip onto my nose. I've got them. Getting old, it happens. It's not fun getting older. It's not fun at all. Well, it is somewhat fun. Ouch. Ouch. This is not going good. All right, guys. I think we are going to take a short break. I'm going to go dehydrate. We'll let the dogs go outside for a couple minutes, and then we will be back. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. And who knows what may happen. Might jump into some other games. Might play some Borderlands. A monocle. Dude, that would be so awesome. I would totally use a monocle. But only if I had a three-piece, like a vested suit, with high collar, cufflinks, and a top hat. And a cane. You gotta have a cane to go with it all, too. Yes, I can, because I'm already 40. We don't say such things in here, though. All right, everybody. Hang tight. Stick around. I will be back in just a couple minutes. Like I said, I'm going to dehydrate and let the girls out. Maybe grab a little snack. And I'll be back. What's up, everybody? I am back. I told you it wouldn't take long. Dogs went out. It's cold, so they go super fast, which is nice. They go in and out real fast. And now we're back. Playing some Descenders. We're talking mental health. We're trying to figure out why Instagram crashed on us and why some people are not able to chat with us on various platforms. And if you have any ideas of how we could fix it to get more people in here, let me know. And guys, please make sure that you are, now that we are officially back and streaming regularly again, make sure that you are sharing all of this with your friends and family and anybody else you know that may enjoy it or benefit from it. Want to see this community grow as much as possible, because we are talking to a few different companies, and depending on our growth pattern, that could determine or help determine the potential for ARC-28 to have an official sponsor. Or two, or three. We don't know yet. We're waiting to see. I'm not going to spill the beans as to what companies yet, but they're very, very good companies. 100% stand behind them. So we will just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But it is very exciting. So please make sure that you are sharing at least the web page, if not the full Twitch and YouTube and all of the socials. It's exciting, guys. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes in what this is for me, or what I'm doing for kind of for myself to monitor the growth and kind of see where this goes. I wrote myself, we'll call it a check. And basically at the end of 2025, I want to see ARC-28 at a certain point. And that will then determine the direction of ARC in the future. So it's exciting, but it's scary. And if I'm nowhere near these goals, then it means we're going to have to kind of reevaluate where ARC is at and see what we need to do to take it a different direction. Oh no, it's a loop. Loops aren't good. Loops aren't good. Loops aren't good. Oh, I made it. I can honestly say that is my first time completing the loop in this game. I don't like the camera angle on that. It puts you in a really weird spot to... Wowzers. We will definitely be looking for mods as it grows. And we're potentially going to need mods on different platforms. Again, depending on how it grows and where we're having the most activity. Whether it's one or two people watching all of the different platforms, or one per platform. I don't know yet. We just kind of have to wait and see. But there will be a vetting process for that, so I will definitely keep you in mind and see what happens. It's exciting, guys, to see this growing the way that it is. It's exciting to be back. It's exciting to have all of you here. Whoa. Whoa. What's not exciting is losing control on this game. when I'm trying to go through a ton of trees. Oh my. We're not even going to attempt that one. this game this game gives me anxiety. P. Connell, that's actually something for you to consider if you are interested as well. Being a potential mod for Arc 28. Or as it grows, there I've got some other ideas and thoughts for it that could potentially use your help. Uh oh. Way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. That was that was bad. I'm doing good. Better now. Life is crazy. Has its ups and downs and causes chaos, and you just kind of have to deal with it the best that you can at times. I, whoa, wasn't doing the best at monitoring it. Mrs. Jack Fry, how are you? I love you. I hope you're having a good class. I texted you back, but also, yes, please, and surprise me. Yeah, Connell, you are correct. You are absolutely correct. But that's not to say that things can't be managed. We just have to talk, that's all. Look, a lot of things can happen. All I'm saying is it all right now it all just depends on the growth of ARC. If we can get this community to really take off and grow, um, there are a lot of possibilities, a lot of ideas rolling around in this chaotic mind of mine, and we just got to wait and see. So spread the word as much as you can so that we can get it to that point so we can have those conversations. I have way too many stream tabs open. Oh, dude, I I do that all the time. I don't know if you guys have ever kind of seen my streaming setup. Eventually you will, because I'll have a 360 camera in here. But until that point, I'll drop a couple pictures in Discord, so be on the lookout for that. But I have 3 monitors, one for the game, two for the computer, and my TV. And at any given point when I'm in here, not streaming, but just to hang out, whether I'm working on stream stuff or just playing games, at any given time, I have 1 or 2 streams going either on the computer or on the TV, a movie playing someplace, music playing, a game going, my phone going. It's crazy. But it's fun. We enjoy it. Keeps our minds busy. You have YouTube and Twitch for ARC and Twitch for 2 other people. What are the 2 other people doing or playing? specific games, or are they another just chatting stream? Oh, I have to do a double backflip? Oy vey. Okay. We'll do it right here. Just kidding. Actually, yes, we will. Uh, what was the tattoo that I just got? Ah, yes. One's just chatting, one's playing random games. So the tattoo that I got, let's go back to here, is mala beads. They're Buddhist prayer beads, similar to like a rosary. And the representation of just the beads themselves is just that quiet process of meditation and inner reflection, searching within, finding that inner peace. But then the what they call the guru bead, where the two beads and then the tassel is, are in the shape of a semicolon, as well as the color, the purple and teal, for mental health and suicide awareness. And that was a tree. And it's just to represent my own journey with mental health, throughout my life, but also as of recently. Um, so to just kind of mark what I've been through and where I'm trying to get to. Um, but also as I run into other people, it's kind of an outward show for certain people, the semicolon. Um, it's kind of just builds that camaraderie of, hey, yeah, I struggle too, I've been there. Um, or at least that I understand. So that is the history behind it. I say history like it's a very old tattoo. That was the thought behind it. Let's put it that way. Unfortunately, mental health is a huge issue with so many people. Um, some on I don't want to say permanent, but on a permanent basis, and others on a more temporary basis. Everybody has bouts of anxiety or times when they're anxious. Everybody has moments when they're depressed. Um, and then there are people that have chemical imbalances or other forms of mental health disorders where it's more of a permanent or long lasting thing. Um, and that's kind of what ARC is here for, is to help all different forms of mental health, whether it's, a neurotypical person who just experienced, the loss of a loved one and is in that depression point, or they're going through a new marriage, a divorce, their first baby, new job, career change, whatever the case is, and it's building anxiety. So it's just temporary forms of those, um, or the people that are struggling with long term anxiety, depression disorders. Um, we're here to encompass all of it. And that was something for a long time that even with my own disorders, I didn't, I guess, pay enough attention to. That there are different forms of. This is going to end really badly. That there are different forms of anxiety and depression, and oof, how long they last. that, that made me anxious. I was going way too fast to control that. But I hit the 70 miles an hour or kilometers an hour that I needed, so now I can just coast down the rest of this. But yeah, I want everybody, oh no, to feel that they are welcome here. Long term, yeah. Yeah, and I don't want this to be, a place where people think that only long term fit in here. That short term is a very big thing and a big concern as well. And, there's a lot of people with the short term. Oh, okay, that was weird. The short term disorders that throw in the towel in life and, let that short term affect the rest of their life or give up their life because of something that could potentially just be a short term. You know, when you're in that low moment, whether it's because of a chemical imbalance or something permanent or because of situational, we'll call it, not short time, but situational anxiety or depression. When you're in those lowest moments, whether it is that long term or situational, it's very easy to lose sight of what's really around you, who actually cares and loves you. It's hard to reach out to somebody. You may know that you have people that are there for you, but in those moments, the darkest, hardest moments, sometimes you don't just say, "Hey, I need help." It's really hard to speak up, and that's what this is going to be for. Um, it's not from anything in particular. I've got a bunch of different skull things around. Actually, what we can do is turn that on, kind of show some things off a little bit more. So there are a couple little skulls there. The black one that's right under, which way is it? That one. Right under the sword, actually has a glow-in-the-dark brain that's put in it. The top hat one is just, they're not from anything particular, just decorations. I've got one with a mohawk. There's a Neo back there from the Matrix. Got some penguins, skull candle, lots of stuff that glows in the dark. My brother, what's going on? I'm so glad you made it here. I love it. I'm so glad you're here. How were the holidays for you? How is the job? Life? Thank you. We have Mrs. Jack Fry to thank for a lot of the decorations in here. Um, while I was gone, um, she took it upon herself to just do something really sweet for me, and oh, that hurts. Yeah, she took it upon herself to do something really sweet and just decorate, redesign the stream room for me so that it could be a little more me, a little more comfortable for when I stream Ark. And so she came in, she painted the desk and the cabinets black and hung up some shelves and got me new decorations. I have a movie theater style popcorn machine in here so I can make fresh popcorn. I've got a new mini fridge now. So we've got all sorts of cool, new, unique stuff in here now. I don't know how I landed either one of those. Oh, I didn't realize we're not on that scene. Whoops. So you guys couldn't even see what I was talking about. But yeah, there's a lot that changed. Actually, I'm glad you are here. We're gonna go back to this one. Somebody wants to visit you. Look, Olive, it's your friend. Say hi, Olive. Who's here? Oh, hi, Bug. Hi, Pity. Anyway, I had to get her just for you. So life is good, better now. A lot of you guys have kind of already heard some of these stories. He has not, so we're going to backtrack. The last 6 to 8 months were very rocky. I was self medicating with alcohol very, very bad. I was trying to work through and process a lot of grief and trauma from my past and was not handling it well as I was trying to heal. So while I was trying to heal and doing therapy and counseling, I was also still self medicating and trying to numb and suppress. And that created this kind of black hole of emotion that just steadily got worse and worse. So to kind of start fresh and get away from all of it and clear my head, I actually checked myself into a rehab last May. I was there the day before Mother's Day, and I left on July, I think it was 26th. I was there for a total of 76 days. No drinking, lots of counseling and therapy, just to kind of get a little bit of a refocus. And then when I got back home, there was a week of kind of euphoria of I was home. I was around my wife again. You know, that was the longest we had ever been apart. It was really hard on both of us. So there was a lot of relief to be home, a lot of emotion. But then it got really hard being home and trying to adjust back to normal life. You know, at rehab, it was very structured, and you fall into routines very quickly there. And if you guys want to know more about that, I can totally give you a kind of a play-by-play of what each day was like there. But I won't bore you with that right now unless you guys really want. But yeah, you get used to this routine, and then getting home and having to adjust back to normal life was really hard. And that gave a lot of low moments since I got home. You want it all? um, yeah, absolutely. And we will circle back around to the young teen part, because 100%. Like I said, I was 16 the first time that I tried to commit suicide. So we'll circle back to that. But yeah, so at rehab, the first thing when you check in is they have to give you UAs, drug tests, to see what's in your system, if you've taken any drugs, depending on what you're there for. You know, everybody has to drug test, even if you're only there for alcohol. They want to make sure you're not on anything else. And then because I didn't have to go through the typical detox process, because I was already sober going there, a lot of people show up still very drunk. So they have to go through a few days of a whole detox process. But I hadn't really slept for like 2 days, got there, and they wake you up like every half an hour the first night that you're there to make sure that you're okay, and it's very hard. And then you're right into, for me, I was right into what they call group. And that's where they split all of the residents into different groups, and you stick with the same group the entire time you're there. And it's all conversations about addictions and mental health and overcoming things, and it's like a giant AA meeting in a sense. So we had group for 6 hours a day. It's 3 hours in the morning, break for lunch, and then 3 hours in the afternoon, and then we were done for dinner. And then there were additional groups that you could go to, or activities that you could do, or you could go back to your room. So it was very structured, and that was 7 days a week. You don't get days off. If the only time you can have off is if you've been there long enough, you get to go on outings. You can, once a week, they take you to go hiking, or we went rock climbing. I got to go rock climbing one time. Or if you have family visiting on like Sunday. Other than that, you have to be in group 7 days a week, 6 hours a day. It was a lot, but it's very structured. They cook the meals for you. You do your own clothes laundry, but they do all your sheets and everything. So the facility I was at was an old hotel. So I basically stayed in a hotel room, and they have housekeeping. You put your sheets and stuff outside the door, and so they would do your sheets. But basically, I was required to just show up at group and do my own laundry. I could go fishing. I was up every morning at 4:30 in the morning, meditating. And it got to a point where I had a whole group that would come out with me and meditate every morning. But that was what I did for 76 days. And then I came home, and like I said, you're so used to a routine, and then to come home and have a house to clean and a remodel to do and dogs to take care of and dinners to cook. It felt familiar but very different because, one, I was sober. I had a different mindset. My head was a little bit clearer, and I was still going through these ups and downs, but my head was clear. And so you have to do things, but you're not used to the routine, and trying to adjust to it is very, very hard. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that go to rehab, especially, the group that I was with, a lot of them went back a couple times. There were some that left while I was there and came back. There was one guy that was there 3 times while I was there. So it's hard, and it's hard when you get out. So that was kind of, the early part of summer for me and through midsummer. And then coming home was just ups and downs, trying to adjust to life again and figure out how to do ARC, and am I capable of doing ARC while I'm going through this stuff, and finding different therapists and counselors and doing all this stuff. And now here we are. And ARC is able to stream on multiple platforms now. We're back. We have a regular schedule. We have a website now. And now it's just a big push through this year to get ARC out there as much as possible, get as many people to follow it on all of the social medias. We have a few companies that are potential sponsors for ARC, but we need it to grow in followers, and that pattern of growth is going to determine whether these companies will or will not sponsor me, and how they will sponsor me. Or not just me, but ARC in general. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I've got some interviews lined up that'll be coming over the next month or so. We have once a month, we're going to be trying to do what we're calling Mystery Science Theater Night. I have a really good friend that's going to come over. We're going to put a camera behind us and watch old movies, and we're going to make fun of the movies and hopefully just give you guys something to laugh about, and to take some of the focus off of the heavy stuff once in a while, We're just going to be goofy and banter back and forth. Mecha Grimzilla will be back and be around more. I have some things that I'll be doing live out in my local town and city. some events. I've got some hiking. I have a brand new 360 camera that unfortunately can't go live on Twitch, but it can on Facebook, I think Instagram and YouTube. Where if I'm out hiking or hammocking, you guys will be able to see 360 degrees around me. So there's lots of stuff that can and is going to happen this year, but I need your help to spread the word and get it out there so that we can keep this growing and keep it developing. You know, ARC 28 really is a living, breathing entity, and we want to see it grow. We want to see it develop organically and become whatever it's going to become. So that's kind of the gist of how I've been and what has been going on in my own life. It's been hard. There have been ups and downs, and there was moments of, you know, me. I've lost 7 friends in the last 2.5 years to suicide alone, and that's not counting car accidents and other natural forms of death. So all of that was kind of building up on top of my own personal past trauma, and those stories are ones we'll get into in other streams. But it all really built up and just kind of created this tidal wave where my mental health just imploded. And it was unfortunate that it happened the way it did. You know, there were talks of me sitting at home, you know, talking about ending my own life, not because I wanted to die necessarily, but I just kept saying I wanted to go find my friends and bring them back. I wanted to bring them home. And that's, you know, obviously that's not a journey that you can come back from. There is no returning from that. So I'm very grateful that it didn't come to that, but that kind of shows you where my thought process was. And drinking really did not help. It made it so much worse. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's where we're at. But we're back. I'm still here. You guys are all still here. And I'm so grateful that you guys have all been patient and supporting ARC. Now let's just hit this hard and get the name of ARC out there. Let's share the website and the social medias and this story, and let's work together as a community. You know, this isn't just me trying to get my story out there. You know, this is for all of us. It's for all of us that struggle with mental health, and it's for all of us that have loved ones or people that we know and are close to that have mental health issues. You know, there's a lot of people that don't necessarily go through it themselves or aren't going through it themselves, but know somebody that is. They need the help just as much because they need to learn how to reach people who are neurodivergent and who are struggling and who have these issues. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Website is great. Thank you so much. Love your photo there. Which photo? I don't even remember what photos are on there. So I have to be honest. I did not personally make the entire website. Mrs. Jack Fry has been working very hard on it. We've had, I think, 3 different websites. This is the one that we finally settled on, but she's been working really hard to keep everything going for me. So shout out to her. She's amazing. Could not have done all of this without her. The guitar one. That one is my old home. Let me see here. I have to go back to them. Yep. So the guitar one, that is my old home. That's overlooking part of my city. But it was just a really nice day out. The one on the rock is in Nevada, the Valley of Fire. The other one is the Rock Maze. And then my penguin hat, of course. And also, there is an Easter egg in the website, there is a hidden page um, that is there. I'm not going to tell you where. You have to find it on your own. But there is a hidden page. If you do find it, jump in the Discord and let me know that you found it. Don't say where it was, just let me know that you found it. Um, it is something that is very special. It is very personal. But I felt that it needed to be there. Um, when you find it, you will understand. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said, I appreciate all of you guys. And please spread the word, get this out there. Let's make this the biggest year possible for ARC, but also for each other, for this community, for um, everybody that just has to deal with life. Because life isn't all rainbows and unicorns, unfortunately. Such a calm spot. Thank you, thank you. Love you guys so much. I'm so glad that you guys are here. It means the world to me. It really does. And again, huge shout out to Mrs. Jack Fry for all of her help on the website and the Twitch buttons, the about buttons and subscribe on the Twitch page. Those are all her doing. She made all of those. She works really hard so that I don't necessarily have to work and can focus on doing this. So she's an amazing woman. I couldn't, like I said, couldn't have done this without her. Thank you guys for making this possible. You know, the first couple times that I was streaming, I didn't know if I was going to keep streaming. And then you guys all started showing up, and I was like, you know, ouch. I could actually do this. You guys make it possible, make it worth it. So thank you guys for that. And also, another big shout out to Nicole at Darkwave, the tattoo artist that designed or that did my tattoo for me. Super grateful for her and the time that she took to do this one. It's extremely personal and special. And guys, let's not forget to shout out the OMGs. They are still brothers to me. They're a family. You know, taking me in from being a fan to being their sixth man to letting me be their fifth man to me having to step back because of everything I was going through and how understanding and patient they were. If you've not seen the OMGs, go check them out. Twitch.tv/TheOMGS1. They are amazing guys. They're Siege streamers. And who knows, once in a while, you may still see me pop up on there. Big W, yes. Lots of big W's right now. I have no idea where I'm going. That's not going to end well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, let's go back to the young teen thing. Thank you for reminding me. It is very easy to get distracted. So the young teen thing. Like I said, I was 16. Michaela, you said you were 15. I have a very good friend of mine who lost a child to suicide at under 12 years old. Um, I'm not going to give out specific ages without her permission, but um, it's a real thing, guys. People kind of pigeonhole suicide or mental health into certain age ranges, age groups. That they have to be older teens or college age through, maybe 40s, work age. And then after that, everything is okay once you hit retirement. But it's not. I know of somebody that lost a grandparent, 80 years old. Um, and not because they were in poor health. Perfectly healthy, just was going through some stuff and decided that it was too much. Um, and at any age, it is terrible and a tragedy. It is completely heart wrenching when it is our young teens. And it's extra hard because they have their full lives ahead of them. And right now, with social media and so much extra pressure and influence from outside, when I was that age, we didn't have all of this. I got bullied very bad in school, but when I got home, it ended. It didn't follow you home. Now, with social media and everything, it doesn't stop. And people don't have respect for each other. Um, they don't have the care to realize that their actions could push somebody to that point. It's heartbreaking. I'm trying to find the words for it, because it is. It's really it's hard. People will joke and they'll be like, "Oh, well, go kill yourself." You don't know if that comment could be the last straw that actually pushes somebody to go do it. Um, it's where we have to be careful with what we say, our words and our actions. We really have to be careful and be respectful of other people. Doesn't mean that you have to be overly sensitive and wishy-washy to everybody. I don't have to agree with somebody's life decisions or their religion or their politics or whatever to still be kind to them and have compassion and love them and understand that their life still matters. Every life matters. And every life has hope. There isn't a single person that doesn't have hope to turn things around and to change to be a better person. The worst people in the world could still turn things around. And we've seen it in a lot of people. We've seen how people can change, but all of the things have to line up just right for them to change. What doesn't help people change, what doesn't help people come away from a negative bad life or suicidal tendencies, and turn things around, what doesn't help it is negativity and hate and hurtful actions and words and spiteful feelings. That's just going to push them to stay the way that they are. Why change if I'm going to constantly get beat up and emotionally and mentally, let alone physically? Why change if everybody's going to hate me for who I am? Or some people, it's, well, if this is the way people really think I am, if this is what they truly believe that I am, then I might as well just be that. You know, some people get so defeated that they choose to go down the wrong path because that's what they're surrounded with. That's what they truly believe that everybody around them thinks of them. And when they're that young, they're extremely impressionable. It is very, very easy to get younger and younger people to believe anything. You know, they don't have the skills, the discernment to really understand and to figure out sometimes sarcasm, or where people are just saying something in the heat of the moment. They may not really mean it. Um, they just don't have the life skills to tolerate and to handle those things. And constant bullying that doesn't stop, whether it's in person and then through social media, and you get people to gang up on other people, and it's relentless. So it really is heartbreaking, and it's happening younger and younger, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, our kids, our youth should be prized possessions. They should be the ones that we are trying to strengthen and build up and encourage. You know, they're the ones that are going to be our future, that are going to design the next cars or run the country or go to the moon, whatever the case is. They're going to have families. They're going to continue to build and develop society. We should be encouraging them to be intelligent and cautious and patient with their actions and their words, not showing them hate and rash judgments, you know? So in trying to find, I was looking at it the other day. Give me just a minute here. That's not the right one. Hang on. There was a statistics chart that I was looking at that broke it down. Um, It was by age, and I just can't find the detailed one that I was looking at the other day. I will find it, and I'll post a link in the Discord. There's going to be a lot of resources and links to stuff like this for people that want to see the statistics and the rates and things like that. I know in 2022, people 85 and older were the leading amount of suicides. But yeah, the number just keeps going up, and with so much hate out there, and it just keeps getting worse. So, but again, and this is where ARC 28 comes into play. You know, yes, we're here to put the focus on mental health. We're also really here to put the focus of being kind. ARC 28 stands for Acts of Random Kindness to New Beginnings, or to a hope of new beginning. We can't have a better future if we're not out there being the example and being kind to people. Gandhi said it best: be the change you want to see in the world. If we want to see a better, more loving world, We have to be that change. We have to show that love and kindness. We can't be quick to judge. So that's what it's all about, you know. And it starts with simple things. You know, your act of kindness doesn't have to be this big, huge, grand gesture that, you know, gets big media attention and all of this. It's something simple. Listen to somebody, carry their groceries, open a door for them if their hands are full, help them shovel a driveway. If you see somebody with a flat tire, stop and ask them if they're okay. Do they need help? Be careful when you're doing these things, because as much as you're trying to do a kind deed, there are bad people out there, so you do have to be careful. Be cautious. Be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. But put yourself out there to be kind. If you're standing in line at a store to check out and you get this feeling that you should say something to the person behind you, say something. Just come up with something, you know. Hey, love standing in these lines, don't you? Or see what they have, you know. Maybe they're eating something. Oh, those are really good. I love those. Or whatever the case is. Find something. You never know what that door may open up to. Maybe they need a kind word. They need somebody to just be friendly to them. And that sets their day, their week, their month, their year on the course to a better life. That's all I got, guys. I don't claim to know it all. I do claim to know that love and kindness does make a difference to people that are struggling with mental health issues. Acceptance and understanding. Be curious. Even if you have, you know, your own struggles and issues, if somebody comes to you and they're struggling with something, be curious about it. Not in a judgmental way, but be curious as to what they're going through, why they're going through it, why it's making them feel the way it does, and what can we, you and that person, do to make it better. And Connell, just to go back, no, it is not anybody from Lakeshore. It's people from out here. Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge problem. Bullying, and it's of all ages. And it's all ages bullying all ages. Because there's a lack of care, love, and respect for each other. You have kids mouthing off to adults, no respect. You have adults that are mouthing off and being nasty to kids. You have ages that are the same being nasty to each other. It just, there's no end to it. It's terrible. Yeah, it absolutely does. And this is the thing is, the suicide will never end. There will be no 100% end to it, unfortunately. But we need those numbers to decrease drastically, and we need them to decrease rapidly. Because there are too many kids, there are too many teenagers, there are too many adults, there are too many sons and daughters, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins. There's too many that are being lost. And the only way that we're really going to decrease it is to stop the bullying, to stop the negativity, to be kind, to be loving, to be understanding. So, but that's what we're here for. This is what we're about. So, on that note, you guys, I love you all. We are going to wind down. Mrs. Jack Fry just got home, and I do want to go spend a few minutes with her before it gets too late. So I'm going to end the stream a little bit early. We're about 20 minutes early tonight. But I want to go and spend some time with her. She did bring me some food, too, because I'm hungry. I'm a fat guy. And tonight I'm looking. Who did you have in mind for a raid? I will check them out really quick and kind of vet their stream really quick. Let me check them out really quick. Bear with me just a moment. Is this one of the ones you are watching? I like their message. Hey, I don't mind being a big squishy guy. Just means bigger, softer hugs, that's all. And yes, we will raid that person 100%. Okay, we are going to be starting the raid in just a minute. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay in the stream for just a few minutes. Let's show Sunbaked Path some love. And I will see you guys Friday will be our next stream. So, I love you guys. Don't forget, jump on the socials, like them all, follow them all, share them all. Send emails, jump in Discord. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. And other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful night or day. And we'll see you guys next time.